Hello friends, let us continue with redemption of debentures. And we were discussing about the various methods for redemption of debentures, right? And we discussed two methods. Method 1, lump sum payment, right? And method 2 is payment in installments by draw of lots, right? In the first method, the lump sum payment is on maturity, and the other method we say we will redeem the debentures in installments, and to whom the payment is to be made, that will be decided by draw of lots. That is just like a lucky draw, right? Now, in this lecture, we are going to start with the third method, redemption by purchase of own debentures from open market. Right? So this is one important aspect where we are going to discuss the redemption by purchase of own debentures from open market. Right? Now, say there is a company A. Right? Company A issued debentures of rupees 100. To whom? To Mr. X. So Mr. X is the debenture holder of company A. He was issued debentures of rupees 100. Right? Now, there is a feature of these debentures that these debentures are also freely transferable. Right? What happened? Mr. X transferred these debentures of rupees 100 to Mr. Y. Right? He transferred debentures at rupees say 105. He earned 5 rupees as profit. So he transferred the debentures of 105 to Mr. Y. Now what happens is, there is a marketplace where this trading of debentures is carried out. Trading of debentures. That is where these debentures are purchased and where the purchase and sale of debenture takes place. This is the marketplace. Right? Clear? Here the sale and purchase of debentures takes place. Now what happens is, Mr. X keeps his debentures here. Mr. Y, he has account at this marketplace where he has kept the debenture documents. Right? Now what happened is, in the market, the value of this debenture, market value of debenture comes down to rupees 90. That means if you go in the market to buy the debenture of company A, you will have to pay 90 rupees. Right? So Mr. Y, who is having the debentures of company A, he has kept these debentures at a marketplace where the trading of debenture takes place. Sale and purchase of debenture takes place. Right? And the market value of company A's debenture is 90 rupees. Now, on the date of redemption, company A has to pay this debenture holder how much rupees? Company A says, I have to pay 100 rupees. Right? Yes, company A's term was that these debentures are redeemable at par. That is, they have to pay 100 rupees to Mr. Y because he is the debenture holder. Clear? Instead of going to Mr. Y, company A plays a smart game. He goes to the marketplace. He goes to the marketplace. In the market, the debenture of company A is available at 90 rupees. Now, what the company does, company buys its own debentures. Company buys its own debentures from open market. Right? Here the company bought the shares from the open market. Right? Now its debenture liability is over. It was to pay Y 100 rupees, but Company A bought back its debentures at 90 from the open market. Now this people in the open market, there are brokers in the open market who deal with this. These brokers will pay to Mr. Y. Whatever the amount is decided, these brokers will pay to Mr. Y and not Company A. The ultimate aim was Company A wants to discharge the liability of the debentures. For that, instead of going to the debenture holder, Company A bought its own debentures from the open market. Right? So, what is happening in this case is, in case of, write down these notes, in case of going to the debenture holder to discharge its debenture liability, Company A buys back its own debentures from open market. Now see here, the Company A has earned a profit of 10 rupees, because if Company A had approached the debenture holder, then Company A would have paid 100 rupees. But now Company A has bought its debentures back from the market at rupees 90 at the market value. Right? Debentures from open market. This is possible only if it is permitted by the articles of the company. So that means purchase of debentures for the open market is possible only if it is permitted by articles of the company. Right? Articles means the rules and regulations of the company. If they allow that you can purchase your debentures from the open market, only then you can redeem the debentures in this way. Clear? Only then you can buy your own debentures from the open market. Clear? The concept is clear. The company, instead of going to the debenture holder to discharge its liability to pay rupees 100, Company A goes to the open market. He says there, he sees that his debentures value is 90 rupees, so he will earn a 10 rupee profit. Company A played a smart game and they bought its debentures. Right? At 90 rupees, their liability is over. Right? Then it is the liability of the people sitting in the open market to pay to Mr. Y. That is their headache. Company A is out of picture then. Company A was to pay 100 rupees. Instead it paid 90 rupees and earned a profit of 10 rupees. Happy? Right? So in case of going to the debenture holder to discharge its debenture liability, Company A buys back its own debentures from open market. This is possible only if it is permitted by the articles of the company. Right? One more point. debentures are freely transferable from one person to other, right? Then another point, before purchasing own debentures, conditions of DRR, that is 25 minimum 25%, and DRI, that is 15%, must be fulfilled, right? But in this case, it says in question, until and unless otherwise specified, always assume that required DRR and DRI balance has been maintained by the company. Right? He says that you have to comply with the conditions of DRR and DRI, but if the question until and unless otherwise specified, you will always assume that required DRR and DRI balance has been maintained by the company. Right? So you will make this assumption. If the question specifically says that you have to create DRR, DRI, in this case only, in the open market case, right? If the question specifically states that you have to create DRR and DRI, only then create DRR and DRI. Otherwise, always assume that the required balance has been maintained by the company. You can give a note to this effect after the question, right? You can give a note to this effect that it has been assumed that required DRR and DRI balance is being maintained by the company. Clear? Right? Now, one important point last. Own debentures can be treated in two ways. That means you have bought your debentures from the open market. Then what to do with those debentures? Either cancel those debentures immediately, or held those debentures as investment and cancel later on. Right? So when you have bought your own debentures from the market, there are two options you can do with those own debentures. One is you can cancel those own debentures immediately. Immediately cancel those debentures. Now, what are how to cancel those own debentures? We will discuss in the next lecture. Right? I'll show you how we cancel those debentures. Right? Ultimately, if we have issued 10% debentures to a debenture holder, we have to cancel those debentures also. We'll discuss with the journal entries in the next lecture. Right? Or either we can hold those debentures as investments and cancel later on. Right? You can cancel at a later date. That is your wish. Normally, the debentures are cancelled immediately. Right? Normally it happens. When you have bought your own debentures, you cancel the debentures immediately, right? How to cancel those debentures, how to pass the journal entries, that we will discuss in the next lecture. There are various cases for that, right? If we talk about cancel the debentures immediately, in this we have first two cases, right? That is redemption at par. That is, original terms of redemption were redeemable at par and redeemable at premium. Then how to deal with this, right? Then in these, again we have further three cases. Own debentures bought equal to nominal value, bought at more than nominal value or less than nominal value. So we'll discuss all this in the next lecture, right? Don't worry, we are going to discuss everything in the next lecture. In this lecture, I have told you the basic concept of own debentures, buying own debentures from the open market. That is, company, instead of going to the debenture holder to discharge its liability, instead of giving 100 rupees to the debenture holder, company goes to the market, buys its own debentures from the market at rupees 90 and earn a profit of 10 rupees. Now the company is not required to pay the debenture holder 100 rupees. Right? That open market people, they will now pay to Mr. Y. That's it. The company is not required. Company has discharged its liability. Company has bought back its debentures. Now debentures are no longer with Mr. Y or in the open market. They are with the company. Right? So friends, this is the concept of purchase of own debentures, redemption by purchase of own debentures from open market. Right? Now in the next lecture, we'll discuss about the treatment of own debentures and cancellation of own debentures. Right? So in this, if you have any queries, just send me an email at ksjteaching@gmail.com. Right? So in the next lecture, what we are going to discuss about is cancellation of own debentures. Right? So this is what we are going to discuss in the next lecture. So that's all for this lecture, friends. Thank you so much.